Yeah, I really picked a bad time to jump on Batman. Alrighty, Batman 155. The Dying City, Part 3. Written by Chip Zdarsky, drawn by, who's the guy? George Fornes. Yeah, I don't. Hmm. Okay, let's get started. First off, let's start with the art. Listen, guys, I'm not saying this art is bad. I'm not saying that at all. But, but, when you want me to spend $5 American on a, like, on a legacy character, on a prestige book, a book that's been going on since the 40s, hundreds of creators, authors, writers, pencilers, just so many people have touched this series and have done so much good work with this series for going on like 80 years. You know what I mean? Did I do the math right? Yeah, yeah, going on 80 years. I'm like this art is just not it. It's just I understand you need a fill-in artist every now and again, but like this is not the art I'm looking for in a $5 Batman comic book. It's just not. I don't feel like this art is just acceptable for such a when you're asking $5 for the most popular superhero in the world. I don't think this art is the art you're supposed to be getting for a prestige comic like this, to be honest. Again, the art's not bad. I enjoy the art. Um, it just doesn't fit the tone, man. And it's also wildly inconsistent. It just is. Batman looks like he's drawn out of the 40s, like it's a 40s Batman suit. It's it looks like it's like a dark version of the Adam West costume. Why is his ears so small? Why does his whole costume look like it's just like fabric? It's This is not the costume in the last issue or the issue before. It's a completely different costume. It doesn't make any sense. At least with the last issue, it was a different artist, but that style was at least consistent with George Jimenez's art. This style is just a wholly, completely different thing. Also, the cover, like, the owls don't even show up in this issue. You see the Riddler for like 2 panels, and the Court of Owls isn't even in this issue, so why are you gonna have them in the cover? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's get to the story. Whoop-de-doo, big surprise. Jim Gordon didn't kill anyone, at least not on purpose. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? Big surprise. Like you're in the last page of the last issue, gonna set up, oh, Gordon might be the killer, and it takes less than an issue to figure out that he's not the killer. I mean, like, duh. Did you really expect him to be a murderer, Jim Gordon? Really? Now, what I'm curious about is whatever this mind control glass is. Did that mind control him to have an affair with the mayor's wife, or did he actually have the affair because he wanted to have the affair? Now that's interesting, and I'm curious to see where that goes. But like, of course, Gordon didn't kill anyone. Of course he didn't. That's not like a big revelation. Another thing that's not a big revelation is, of course, the Riddler is going to be a bad guy. Did you really think we were going to buy the Riddler was some sort of reformed guy? Did you really think that? Of course, he was going to be a bad guy. Why even give us 2 issues of will they, won't they? Will Riddler be a bad guy? Of course, he's going to be a bad guy. And the whole reveal, oh my gosh, Gordon didn't kill anyone. It was Riddler the whole time because there's a question mark in the chip of his glasses. Like, that's not some big revelation. That's just kind of obvious. So there's that. So I just feel like this whole issue is just kind of a waste because the two things in the issue that are actual of importance we kind of knew was going to happen anyways. And then we also get more of this weird political stuff about how there's these MAGA rioters who are mad at Bruce Wayne for like having like giving out money to poor people or something, and then you have fake Captain America being like, "Ah, oh, we don't like Bruce Wayne because he's like a communist and he gives money to poor people." And I don't know, what do you want me to say about that? It's just weird. It's just weird. Um, I don't need to hear about MAGA politics in my Batman comic book. I just don't. Yeah, so kind of a weird time for me to be hopping on Batman. I really don't know why I did it, but I'm not gonna hop off because I love Batman and I'm here for the long haul, so that's okay. A couple stinker issues, that's okay. Yeah, this issue just wasn't it. The art wasn't it. The overall story wasn't it. Again, I do like I feel like I'm being too harsh because I do want to see Batman do more investigation, more detective work. I do like that. But when the answer to this detective work is just so obvious and so in your face, it's like, can he have like a more intriguing mystery, please? And I hope that's what we're gonna have with Jim Lee and Jeff Loeb with Hush 2. I hope the mystery is actually gonna be interesting and not a rehash of Hush where like the new guy comes in and it's obviously the bad guy is the new guy. I forget what's Hush's real name. I don't even know. I don't even care. But honestly, Hush is low-key a bit of an overrated story. Let's be honest here. I think Hush is the perfect like beginner Batman story where it introduces so many new characters, so many like not new characters, but it gives you a round picture of Batman's rogues gallery and allies and everything. So if you're a new reader, it's a great like first Batman book for you to read. But if you've been reading Batman for years and you read Hush, it's like I kind of knew this already. And again, the whole mystery of Hush, where it's like, I think his name is Lincoln March. No. Lincoln March is the Court of Owls guy. Or is he not? I don't remember. But whoever the person of Hush, he comes in Gotham City as like, oh, I'm the new guy, and it's the bad guy is the new guy. Who would have thought? So I hope the new Hush book is a bit more in depth, and you know, you actually have to guess who the bad guy is. Unlike this, where whoop-de-doo, it's the Riddler the whole time. Who would have thought? And again, like, why are you gonna put the Court of Owls? Wait, what does this thing say? Riddled by the Court of Owls? The Court of Owls isn't even mentioned in this book. Like, did I miss a page or something? Like, I swear the Court of Owls isn't even mentioned in this entire book. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So who actually killed the mayor? Because I highly doubt Riddler actually shot the mayor, but I guess we're gonna find that out next issue. Who the guy that actually murdered the mayor? But whoop-de-doo, it wasn't Jim Gordon. The Riddler was the scheming mastermind behind all of this. Who would have thought? I feel like I'm repeating myself. Also, at the back end of this book, you get a preview to another Batman book that's coming out called The Dark Panthers. Okay. One thing I do like about this preview is Batman is in his old 80s costume with blue cape, yellow yoga logo. I do like that. I do like that. So this issue, I'm not a fan of this issue. Where's George Jimenez, man? Why are you gonna like clickbait me with the cover, man? I never thought I would be longing for George Jimenez because like I said in my previous Batman review, I'm not like the biggest George Jimenez fan, right? But like I can appreciate his art and I can really enjoy it on Batman because it seems to be really nice on Batman. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but like I kind of miss him now. I guess you don't miss him till they're gone. Yeah, bring the A-list artists back to the A-list title, please, please. I don't know who's this guy? I don't know who this George Fornes guy is. No shade on him. Again, he's not a bad artist, but I feel like his art doesn't fit an A-list book like Batman. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. It's not bad art by any means. This art looks like, you know, if there was like a Jim Gordon miniseries, this art looks kind of like grimy and like kind of sketchy. Like, I think this art would fit perfectly if there was like Jim Gordon miniseries. But for a Batman main title book, not feeling it at all. And the whole story, not feeling it at all. Again, just because it's very predictable, very predictable. And can we stop with this weird MAGA superhero and these protests and riots? It doesn't even have any effect on the story. It just keeps panning back to these weird protesters. It doesn't even affect the story whatsoever. So, like, I don't know. Oh, something else I forgot to mention is his brother. His weird brother that he's extorting money out of him, and then Bruce Wayne goes to his house and he puts a tracker on him. Maybe that's gonna go somewhere. Maybe the weird brother is the killer the whole time. I don't know. I don't know. Let's fix up this book, Chip Zdarsky. Please, please. Leave a good ending on your Mark of Batman. Come on. Like, let's end on a high note, Chip. I believe in you. I believe in you. I was just watching Comic Trope's latest video of you with your Spider-Man, like, through the decades. Like, I want to read that book. That looks like a really awesome book, and I want to read it. Chip Zdarsky seems like a good writer. I was watching some videos of his Daredevil run. So I don't know what's going on with this Batman run. I don't know. I don't know, Chip. I don't know. Alrighty. I do want to go to your ChipCon, or whatever the thing that you organized in Toronto. I don't know when that is, and I hope I'm not working that day because I do want to go to that because that looks really cool. Because there are some creators there that I do like. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, the ChipCon or ZdarskyCon or whatever convention he's having in Toronto with a bunch of Toronto creatives, that does look cool, and I kind of want to go to that. So don't hate me too much, Chip. I don't hate you. Just the Batman run,